Extremely late at night, a tired and travel-worn group enters the Kingston, Jamaica airport. Bags in hand, they cram 15 people and their possessions into a small van to drive to an unair-conditioned hotel. Although tired and hungry, these people have no regrets in making the long journey from Rushing, Arkansas to Polegate, Jamaica, for they are here on a mission trip to be exact, and I, Miranda, was one of those people who thought it meaningful to spend a week in Jamaica dedicating my all to the people of this island and to the Lord. Today I want to tell you about my mission trip and my knowledge of mission trips. I'm not only relying on my own experiences and opinions, but have done extensive research to inform you on this topic. Jamaica includes many wonders, of which a select few are of great importance in regards to my trips. Attitudes and languages of the people, my team's mission, and the effects of long-term and short-term mission trips. First, let us consider the attitudes and languages of the people. The attitude of the people of Jamaica is seemingly carefree, and time is of no importance. It is not uncommon in Jamaica for several generations of people to live in the same house. The languages of the people of Jamaica is Creole, and Creole is, according to Professor John Lipsky of Pennsylvania State University, formed through contact between a lexifer language, such as English from England, and a diverse group of other languages. Now that we have looked at the languages and attitudes of the people, now let us look at my team's mission. Our main reason for going to Jamaica was to do vacation Bible schools in the schools and churches. The schools were very prison-like and the churches were very hot, but they enjoyed our singing and loved to see the whiteys. Another aspect of our mission trip was to build churches and a church camp. The church had been blown away in previous years by a hurricane, and the church camp had been deteriorating and the paint was chipping off the walls. My team built a new foundation and structure for the church and repainted the camp. Now that we have looked at my team's mission, let us look at the effects of long-term and short-term mission trips. One negative of a short-term mission trip is ethnocentrism, which is, according to Professor Mark Radkick of Susquehanna University, each judging each other's actions by standards of his or her own culture. This means that we judge others by our own standards. A positive of a short-term mission trip is that it builds relationships. Professor Mark Radkick of Susquehanna University explains, mission trips can have a profound effect on the faith and life of participants, and good work is often done. People living in poverty will have their needs addressed by energetic and caring people. And Assistant Professor of Youth and Family Ministry Andrew Root agrees. The mission trip is a trip to the cross, seeking to go and find the crucified Christ who is revealed in the suffering of humanity, about being with and not doing for. One of the most important aspects of this quote is the last part of being with and not doing for, because one must remember that we are there with the people of the island. We struggle in their struggles and we rejoice in their triumphs. A long-term mission trip has positives and negatives also. One negative of a short-term or a long-term mission trip is that it builds dependence. Dependence can mean that whenever a missionary leaves the land, the natives have to readjust to their own culture. Another negative of a long-term mission trip is culture shock. One might experience when coming back to their native land, such as America, be surprised by the reliance on things such as technology, and long-term mission trips have positives as well. One positive of a long-term mission trip is it builds relationships. It takes a few years to establish a good, trusting relationship between the natives and the missionary. Another positive of a long-term mission trip is you get to see projects completed. For example, you might see the foundation of a church built and be able to open the doors for new worship. Today I told you about my experiences of a mission trip. I explained the languages and the attitudes of the people, my team's mission, and the effects of long-term and short-term mission trips. So remember, Jamaica is not just a beautiful honeymoon destination, but is a land of diversity and a land of love.